talk, and I just went live on Instagram with Sonia Baria. And let me tell you, Sonia Bari was amazing. She has been such a great person to know in my network and in my world. And I think that we all probably have those people in our circle and in our world that we just don't think about that we know. Like, I wanted to talk a little bit today about networking and our network and why it's so important. So, a coach of mine gave us a challenge, and she said that she wanted us to reach out to 100 people that we know. No, 50. I think the list was 50. Somebody gives me a challenge, I'm going to double that. So I did 120 connection calls when I started this business. And that was such a great challenge for me because I had to really push myself. I had to think about everybody that I know and get comfortable talking to people in my network. That's hard. Like, talking to people in your network about business, it's hard because they're our friends, right? They're friends. I think of people in my business network as business contacts, business acquaintances, but the truth is they're all intertwined. And the people that we know that are our friends also know people who could be business contacts, right? And I think that in entrepreneurship, it's more accepted. Like, people just know to do that. Whereas in corporate, it's just not like that. It's not like that. Like, I worked in paid ads, I worked in paid media for 20 years. So I was used to talking to salespeople, making friends with salespeople, being a buyer, negotiating, having negotiation conversations with friends because I considered my salespeople as friends. I mean, we all went out drinking, we all hung out, we all went to dinners. And, the people that I network with and the people that I know are usually the people that I did business with. But I think that that was unique in the role and the position that I had in corporate because I was a media buyer. Like, when you're a buyer, you're used to having conversations with salespeople. And when you're a salesperson, you're used to having conversations with buyers. But not all positions are sales and buying, right? So those of us who have had those experiences of sales or buying, we're used to networking with people, understanding how to have conversations with our network about business. But I will say most of the people that I know who have never done sales don't understand how to have conversations about business. Even if you've been a buyer, even if you've been in corporate where you were in charge of managing budgets, or you were in charge of buying SaaS products, implementation of things, like, you oftentimes have to negotiate these deals. And a lot of times I think that we get in the trap that the people that we're talking to, the salespeople, sort of work for us or something. Like, I have had that so many times where I've overseen people who were buyers, like people I've managed. Like, I've managed like 100 people in my career, maybe more. And of the people that I have managed, I have seen it, and I have to kind of walk it back with them and train them how to be a good buyer with a salesperson, because it's a conversation. It is a negotiation. It's not, you work for me. They have their own boss. They have their own things they have to do. But as a buyer, you have to be tough for your client, but you also have to be fair. I got that phrase. I learned that phrase very early on in my career from a fantastic mentor of mine, Sandy. And she taught me that phrase early on in my career. Rhiannon, be tough, but you also have to be fair. Through that has served me throughout my life. And in business, it serves me because, yes, you want to negotiate deals for your clients. Yes, you want to make you want to make more money and you want to negotiate more, but your network is also your opportunity. Like these are your friends. These are people that you want to have a relationship with and build a network with. These are the people that are going to help you get your next job. How many jobs did I get because I knew the salesperson? Like probably at least five of my jobs. Like that's because I had good networks. I worked my network. So today I'm talking a little bit about our networks and business. So as a small business owner, as somebody who helps small businesses, one of the tactics that I was coached on was leveraging my networks, doing connection calls with the people in my network and saying, hey, I just want to reconnect with you and ask you, see how we could help each other in business. That's it. It's a very basic, open-ended question. It helps you connect with your network. You're already saying, I want to see how we can help each other in business. So you're opening up the conversation to talk about business. Now it's up to you, once you're in the conversation, to do an ask. What is that? What is that early ask? What is the thing that you can ask them for? That's a different video. But today I want to talk about your networks and a couple tactics that I have been taught over the years about how to grow a business using my networks. So the first is that connection call. And you can call it a connection call. You can do what I do. I created a Calendly link to my calendar of specific times that I wanted to have connection calls. I hired a VA. I had them help me book those connection calls. And in 6 months, I did 120 connection calls. So my coach challenged us with 50 outreaches. That means email people, text people, not actual 50 connection calls. So of course I doubled that and did 120 actual connection calls. I will say that my offer wasn't clear. That was a hard learning experience. My offer wasn't clear and my ask wasn't clear. So I might have had these amazing 120 connection calls, and that has now served me, and that's fine. But I will say, going into a connection call with a clear offer and a clear ask, that can definitely help you get it better. And that's okay too, because the other side of that is maybe the ask is wrong. So I did tactic number 2. So first tactic is connection calls. Reach out to people in your network that you know, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, email, phone, text people, do a connection call, do it. Like ask people. People will just say no. It's fine. It's fine. And honestly, the first time you do it, it's hard. And then you kind of get used to it. I was so afraid of it. I hired a VA to do it because I was like, I'm so afraid of the rejection of people not responding to my messages. So I'll just create the link and the message, and I'll just have my VA like message this to everybody that I know so that I don't have to see that they didn't respond to me. Use it, do it. It was a great tactic. Okay, so number 2, that was connection call. The next one is the ask video. This one's a lot harder. Okay, it's a lot harder. And I didn't do an ask video until I've been in business 2 years. Should have done it way sooner. I didn't know about an ask video, but I posted my ask video on my account. So if you check it out, I have my ask video in here. I did my ask video last month. I did my ask video. And in that video, I did a 30-second like face to camera, just like this, but not on a stand. Like with you guys, I'm on a stand. I have lighting. Like I try to do a little mini production here. But for my ask video, I did it at an airport. It's good lighting, guys. Like the window, it's like a good light. It showed me on the go. It showed me like I'm doing shit. And I was challenged. I was challenged by Mike Lazaro from Shoveling Shit, and his book, Shoveling Shit. Of course, they've owned a shit ton of businesses like Buddy Media. But Mike Lazaro told a group of us that I was in that that's what he did to help himself and his wife get to the bestseller list, New York Times and USA Today bestseller lists, is he sent an ask video to his entire contacts in his phone. I was like, get the fuck out of here. He said 4,000 contacts. Like, guy's well connected. Okay. I do not have 4,000 contacts in my phone, but 4,000 contacts in his phone. He sent an ask video. Okay. And then after the event, I went, introduced myself, shook his hand, right? Like wanted to get to know him and his wife, delightful, amazing human beings. They also just stayed and answered questions. And I just kept asking him more questions. And at the end of the night, he challenged me. He goes, send me your ask video. And I was like, what? He's like, send me your ask video. And I was like, I'm not going to, that's what? So I did it. It was so scary. But I did it. I wrote some things out. I was at the airport. I was like flying back home from this event. And I was like, just do it. Just do this ask video. I wrote some notes like, remember, here's who I am. These are all my contacts on my phone, right? These are people that I know. They know who I am. But wanted to clearly reiterate, just to remind you, this is what I do. And this is my ask. And I did it. I created the video. I sent it to him on Instagram. I posted it on Instagram and I tagged him in it. And him and Cass liked my video. They like commented on my video. So amazing. So amazing. They are wonderful humans. And then I came home and I sent it to all of my contacts. I spent about 4 hours and I manually texted every single contact in my phone, my ask video. And it was scary, y'all. It was scary. Like texting people that you know and ask about business. It's hard. And as somebody who's even been doing business for 20 years, it's hard to think about asking our network for help. It's hard to ask for help in general, but it's certainly hard to ask for help about business. I don't know why, but that's like even worse. But the truth is that our network is our access to business. That's how we know people, is like our network, our extended family of friends. You know, these are the people that if you build relationships and these are the people that know, like, and trust you because you have their phone number in your phone. So out of that, what was the result? Okay. So for me, one part of the result was that the connection calls taught me that I have a fantastic network. I love my network. I have a great network, but my ask was not clear and I didn't have a specific ask. So I lost opportunity. Okay. So I will caution everyone, if you do connection calls, do it, but have a specific ask. Okay. And the reason that I wish I would have done this is because the main thing that I learned out of my ask video is that once I finally had the ask and I put the ask out, the ask was wrong. The ask didn't land. The ask didn't result in the specific sales or, clients that I wanted to get out of it. So point number 2, if I had done the connection calls correctly and I had done an ask, I would have learned what the ask works or doesn't work, so that when I do an ask video, I know what the ask is. So I would love to challenge everybody else. Like, do you fail like me? Failure is just a first attempt in learning. So I learned a lot, and I would really love to know anybody else who's willing to tell me, did you do this? Did you do connection calls? Did you have your ask specifically? And then I challenge you to do ask video. That shit's hard. Here's the reason why. Money. Okay? Money. If we want to grow our businesses, if we want to get from where we are now to where we want to be, we have to do these things. Okay? There's tactics. There's sales tactics. There's business tactics. There's things that we can do in order to get there. And this doesn't matter what business you work in. Honestly, like, I was doing a video this last week and I was thinking about like trades. Okay, trades like roofing or window washing or, stuff on like my house, and how I get those flyers all the time, like door hangers that are like, we can completely remodel your whole house. And I'm like, I'm not looking to do that. I don't need that. But if I had a holiday offer from somebody that said, I'm going to come winterize your house, and this is how much it is, that's a very specific ask. Okay, that is a clear offer. If I had a clear offer like that on a door tag on my house, I'd be picking up the phone and booking immediately. Okay, like winterizing my house and like all the benefits of winterizing your house, right? Like setting your house, the future of your house, making sure your house it doesn't leak or it fixes all your cracks, and we check all of your oh gosh, have you ever seen those houses where like things crawl into the attic because the screens aren't repaired properly? I had a house like that. It was one of the properties that we owned, and the stuff, the mesh wasn't secure and the rodents got in. Like, that's just real. Okay, like you gotta winterize your house. You gotta like make sure all the stuff is put together. So that's an example of like a clear offer with a clear ask. So it doesn't matter what business you're in, what pain point are you solving for somebody, and that's how you create your offer and your ask. So tactic challenge for this weekend. It's Friday, and I've done this now 3 Fridays. I think this is my 3rd Friday going live. I'm so proud of myself. I've gone live every weekday pretty much this month. And I have been on trying to leave a specific business tactic to how to grow your business. And then on Fridays, like a weekend challenge. So last weekend, I don't remember what my first weekend challenge was, but last weekend, my challenge was to go to an open house in the neighborhood that is like your dream neighborhood. Like, what is the place that you would want to live someday? And go to like an open house and like walk inside the house and feel that and like feel what that feels like, because that's how you stretch, like feeling the feelings of what you want to have, going and doing the things that you want to have, just being around it, walking the neighborhood. Even don't walk into the house if you don't really want to, just go walk around the neighborhood. Okay. Like stuff like that. That was my challenge last weekend. You can make it your challenge again this weekend. The second challenge, or the challenge for this weekend, would be to build a connection call Calendly link. You can do Calendly for free. You don't have to pay for Calendly, but create a booking link to send to your network, to your connections, and have them book time with you. Do a connection call. Say, hey, I would love to grab 15 or 30 minutes of your day to connect with you about business and see how we can help each other in business. Because maybe you could help them too. They'll be like, yeah, let's get on a call. Let's collaborate. Collaborate is another great word to include in there. Let's collaborate on something. I just jumped off of a collaboration live on Instagram that I did this morning, and it's on my post, it's on my Instagram, with Sonia Bari, and she's fantastic. And that's what prompted this whole conversation today. She's in my network, and I'm leveraging my network to collaborate. So I collaborate with her. She comes on my program. I collaborate on the Instagram. It gains reach for me. But the whole point here is that this network that I have, there's stuff in there. It's like, I don't want to say like, it's like a rich thing that we all have. Maybe that's a good subcontext word to say rich, our rich network. Like, it's in there. Okay. So how do we tap into it? One way, book those connection calls and collaborate. Let's talk to each other about how we can collaborate on business, something like that. And then report back to me. Let me know. Did you book it? Did you book any call? What was the feedback like? And again, you could do like me and do all the calls, not have your offer, not have your ask, but I reconnected with my entire network. So was that like the best thing ever? No. Did I fail? Yes. Did I not really fail because I did it? Yeah, exactly. So you don't have to go in with a specific offer or ask, but if you do, you can at least test your offers or test your asks. I will say that over those 120 connection calls, that I definitely walked away with a lot better at my pitch, at what I was asking for, as what I was saying. So every single connection call that I had, I learned something from. and I asked my network, hey, if I were pitching this to you, what feedback would you give me? Right? Because then you're not pitching them. And that's the whole point of these connection calls, by the way, is you're not pitching them. You're asking who they know that has this pain point that you can solve. Who do they know? You're not asking your friends to buy from you. You're asking your friends and your connections in your network, who do they know that needs this? That's how you're helping each other in business. They are helping you by introducing you to two people, and maybe what they sell, you know, two people. There you go, help each other in business. So that's my challenge for you this weekend is create a Calendly link, create a schedule link that you can send to your people, to email to them, to or text people and be like, hey, let's jump on a collaborate, connection call next week. Like, I challenge you to do 5. Like next week, could you do 5 people? And then message me and say, yes, I did 5 people and this is what I got. I would love that. So yeah, thank you so much for everyone coming. Today, I will be back on Monday, 9:30. Trying to be pretty consistent about 9:30. If I have like a business thing or mom thing like I did last week, I can't always make the 9:30s, but I'm, thank you, Noelle. It's true. And yeah, I will see you here next week. Okay. Thank you so much. Everybody have a great weekend. Okay. Bye.